Hello and welcome to the short introduction of FruitFlan 2.0, the most comprehensive decision support tool for online publishers. In the next few minutes, I'll guide you through the concept and use of this super visual solution. FruitFlan is blending the advantages of infographics, plainly illustrating a complicated process, and data visualization, making data comprehensible. FruitFlan shows the actual visitors and their activity on a website, and due to the advanced visualization, everyone, even without any knowledge on web analytics, can simply see what is going on and get important insights that before FruitFlan required time and the work of specialists. FruitFlan is for editors and web content managers of online news and magazine publishers who make hundreds of decisions every day, rearranging front pages, publishing and updating articles. FruitFlan helps them see the impact of the decisions, make suggestions for them based on predictive analysis, and draw their attention to events that need their supervision so that they can maximize content performance. Because of its comprehensible nature, FruitFlan is also an excellent editorial dashboard, so it should be put up on a big screen or beamed on the newsroom wall, creating a communal and transparent atmosphere while also encouraging competition among everyone involved in the content lifecycle management, from journalists and editors to C-level executives. So let's see what we have here. This is the screen that welcomes you in FruitFlan, and it gives an overview of the website. On the left, indicated with red, are the visitors coming from different sources like links, search engines, social networks, and those who come directly to the site. The size of these tiles comprehend with the number of visitors coming from these sources, also called referrers. The visitors' activity is shown in these two sections. On the left are the front page and the section fronts, while these are the articles. Size of the tiles is the number of visits in the last 15 minutes in this case, but the time interval can be set differently. On the right side are the bouncers, visitors coming to the site and leaving right away. This screen already tells you a lot about the site's characteristics. Comparing, for example, the size of the visitors to their actions gives instant impression of average visits per user. FruitFlan uses the same visualization logic on every screen, like size of the tiles always shows the amount of visits or visitors, meaning it is very easy to get acquainted with it, even for non-analysts. By clicking on any of the four sections, you'll get a more detailed view on the chosen elements. These are the most popular articles on the website. They are grouped by their sections, indicated by the color. Lighter tiles mean that article's visits are increasing, while dark tiles are articles losing visitors as we speak. While the size of the full tile represents the number of visits, the part on the left side of this diagonal line splitting the tiles shows the number of times the article has been read all along to the end, and it's of course very easy to determine the rate of reads and visits this way. Together with the small graphs on the tiles showing the historical performance of the article, this screen gives 5 key pieces of information at a glance. This is why it's definitely one of the screens that should be made available to everyone in the newsroom, which is exactly what most of our current clients do. This way, people have a strong visual impact of how stories rise up and fade away throughout the day. To see all the information about a certain piece of content, just click on the bullseye icon that appears on them. Here you can see where visitors have arrived from, should they come from outside the website or from within, the number of visits and reads, and also the bouncers. Another part that is worth to investigate in more detail is the referrers, where visitors are coming to the website. You can check out which social networks and other websites are bringing the most people, and you also get a clear picture of the keywords generating the most traffic via search engines, which helps identifying the hottest topics of the hour and also gives insight into how well the site's SEO is working. With FruitFlan, you can get live, meaningful cross metrics in a very natural way, just drag and drop one part on the other. If you do this, for example with the referrers and the articles, then you'd instantly see what the most popular pieces of content are for the visitors coming from different sources. Having a clear picture of the most visited articles via social networks is definitely something that a website's social manager has to keep an eye on throughout the day. FruitFlan also helps the crucial task of front page management. This feature can be accessed by clicking on this icon. Here, every line or horizontal bar is an article put into a position on the website's front page. Colored part shows actual performance of the article, while the part left to this vertical line is the average performance of that position. Bars going over the line
are articles performing better than their position's average, while underperforming articles fail to color up their bar to the line representing the position's general performance. This way, over and underexposured content on the front page can be identified at a glance. Difference from the average, number of click-throughs, and the time since the article is in its current position can also be seen. Positions are also visually identified on the front page thumbnail on the left side of the screen. By clicking on an underperforming article, you'll get to a list of those articles that are performing better than their position generally does, so that the front page manager has an actionable suggestion on what to put in the place of the article that has failed to bring the results. Number of extra click-throughs expected from the change are shown here as a result of predictive analysis. Also, it works the other way around, so that if you click on an overperforming article, you'll get to a list of underperformers that are more to the top of the website and should be changed for that rising star you just found.
In a nutshell, this is what FruitFlan brings to online news and magazine publishers to assist them in increasing page views, building engagement and loyalty, and make more money at the end of the day with less efforts required. Soon there will be intelligent notifications in FruitFlan 2.0 attracting the user's attention to anything unusual, allowing them to respond faster and more effectively and understand their visitors and their behavior even better.